Welcome everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a chilling tale that combines elements of true crime, historical context, and a very disturbing legacy in an unassuming place. Let's set the scene. Imagine, it's 2024, and you find yourself driving south of Santiago, Chile. You travel for 3.5 hours, until you reach the small city of Parral. A simple left-hand turn leads you towards the Andes, lush, green, and picturesque, right? You've got these beautiful forests and fields, and then voila! You stumble upon something quite unexpected, Villa Baviera, or as it's known in English, Bavaria Village.
Wait, what's supposed to be so intriguing about a village? Is it like a tourist trap or something?
That's where things get interesting. Villa Baviera features a restaurant, a hotel, even a man-made lake where folks can rent boats. No, everyone's there sipping German beer, soaking in a rather unique experience of German culture in the heart of Chile. But beneath this charming surface, there's a darkness that lurks. And it's not just about a cult and a wild leader. This is a story that questions how, acts of pedophilia, torture, and murder could happen right under our noses for nearly 4 decades, supported no less by the Chilean government.
Wait. Are you saying this sweet little village has a history of, torture and stuff? That's insane. How does that even, happen?
Precisely. So let's rewind to the 1960s, when this German colony was founded by a man named Paul Schaefer. This wasn't just any average guy. He was a former medic who had served under the Nazis. Picture this. He fled Germany to escape arrest warrants, and he landed in Chile in 1961, settling in these incredibly isolated foothills of the Andes. He creates what he cloaks as a peaceful farming community called Colonia Dignidad.
Oh man, that sounds like something out of a horror movie. But how did he manage to keep it all secret? It's got to be tough when you're running a place that dark, right?
Absolutely. The colony was governed by strict rules, Men and women lived in separate barracks, marriage was banned, and everything was under Schaefer's rule. Escaping was nearly impossible. It was like a prison disguised as a utopia. I mean, can you imagine? You're in the idyllic Andes, yet there's a 2.5-meter high barbed wire fence surrounding you. It was this eerie juxtaposition of beauty and horror.
Whoa, that's just wow. I'm picturing a scene from The Truman Show, but with a really dark twist. So what were people, literally working for free?
Yes, the colonos worked under grueling conditions for no pay. Really, the community appeared idyllic from the outside, but internally, it was a nightmare. Especially when Augusto Pinochet came into power in 1973. Schaefer and Pinochet formed an alliance. Can you believe that?
So this guy was buddies with a dictator? Ugh, that's chilling. How did they even get away with that kind of partnership?
Well, it was a perfect storm of political repression. Pinochet needed a place to send his political opponents, and Schaefer capitalized on that. They established torture chambers, yes, actual torture chambers in Colonia Dignidad. The horrific abuses were shielded from the world, tucked away in the mountains, while Winfried, a child born into this horrific system, grew up amidst all of it.
That's just gut-wrenching. It's hard to believe stuff like that could happen without anyone knowing. What happened to Schaefer after all this came to light?
In the mid-1990s, as the democratic government began investigations, the dark past of Colonia Dignidad started unraveling. Schaefer was eventually arrested in 2006 and sentenced to 20 years in prison for various crimes, including sexual abuse. He lived through the consequences of his actions, but the story didn't end there.
I'm glued to this. It's wild. So are there still people living there now?
Strangely enough, yes. Nowadays, about 70 colonos still reside in Villa Baviera, run by Anna Schnallenkamp, who is the daughter of one of Schaefer's former lieutenants. They've set up a poultry farm and even rely on tourism, but the ghost of Colonia Dignidad, its dark legacy, still looms large over their existence.
Oh man, it's like a haunting that won't go away. It's incredible and horrifying how something like that can exist. Thanks for sharing this jaw-dropping tale with us.